friends. Welcome to this week's DFU. This is our 18th episode in our Final Fantasy VII semester. The previous 17 episodes of this semester are all prerequisites for today. Once you've watched all those, you're welcome to come and join us. I believe this may actually be our final episode on this particular, of the gameplay. This should be where this all ends.
Yep.
I am your host and fellow student, Kelsey. Today, teaching us is a man who, if he won the lottery, would happily spend every last dime creating a Final Fantasy VII theme park that he would then live inside.
God, yes.
Chris, how are we doing?
Doing good. So before we jump into the episode, I had two things. One, something I wanted to talk about, and then two, something I wanted to clarify a little bit more from, at this point, last week's episode of the review show. So at this point, if you've not watched last week's episode of the review show, me and Kelsey did a trailer breakdown of the Final Fantasy VII second trailer that was shown at TGS, and I had talked about my fears about the cross-dressing scene being taken out. Something else that also solidifies that is whenever Cloud sees Aerith in her dress. I did not think about that at the time, but you do not see Aerith in her dress till after Cloud is wearing his. And Cloud was clearly not wearing a dress.
No, he wasn't.
So, once again,
so do you think they took it out?
I don't know. There's a lot of talk where they said they weren't taking it out, so I'm hoping they didn't. That might have just been cut so that way Cloud had that look on his face as he was seeing her. Maybe that was cut weird like that on purpose and to tease us about the thing, but you definitely try on your dress. Then Cloud comes out and she goes, well, I can't go in looking like this. And they're like, well, you must take a dress too. And then she grabs a dress, gets changed, and then she's like, no peeking. And then she gets changed, and then she comes out in her dress, and then you both walk out. So we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. I hope not. But wanted to go ahead and throw that out there. And then two, so since I know Kelsey obviously is not going to sit down and watch the Tokyo Game Show.
Probably not.
So watching the actual gameplay panel for Final Fantasy VII, we actually got to see the director come out and play it for a while, about a fucking hour, which was really fucking cool and really
Holy
fucking
crap.
fun. And holy shit, did he show us some stuff that we did not know was going to happen. And I'm happy to say for all of those who either one have played the game or two are playing the game and are worried about how it's going to be different, did they pull off the fucking impossible? They have your back, folks. They have your back. There's an easy mode, a normal mode, a hard mode, and a classic mode. What is classic mode, Kelsey, you ask? Well, I'm glad you fucking asked. Classic mode is, instead of you hacking and slashing your way to get your ATB bar to fill up so you can do awesome moves, your ATB bar fills up by itself. Why does it do that, you ask? Because you don't hack and slash anymore. You just stand there in defense, and the enemies don't move. They just stand still but attack you from where they're at. What does that do? Make it just like the classic game type, where you take turns fighting. What? I can't believe they pulled it off. It actually looked fun. It literally looked fun. Cloud literally was just standing there with his sword blocked up, just waiting for attacks and him hitting him. And then as soon as the bar filled up, then you got to choose what Cloud wanted to do and fucking do the attacks, just like the old school game. If you don't want to play the new hack and slash, which so many people said they would not buy the game due to the fact that it was going to be hack and slash.
Wow. So they really took care to give the people who wanted something new that
Yep.
still felt a little bit respectful of what it was, and straight up giving the people who refused to do anything else what they wanted.
Right? They pulled off the impossible, because I didn't know how they were going to do that. I literally did not know. And so he goes into talking about it, and they showed it, and it literally is you switch to classic mode, Cloud immediately puts his sword up in defense mode. He's just standing there, he's kind of moving around side to side, but the enemy
kind of doing the boxer shuffle.
Right, the enemy stays still until they attack. Then when they attack, then they move, and then they go back to their resting spot. And that's just how it was in the old game. You had one side of the screen, the enemies had the other, and then you just take turns hitting each other. Bam, 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 waiting for your bar to fill up so you can attack again. Once your bar fills up, it goes into the stasis mode where you can choose whether you want to attack, you want to cast a spell, you want to fucking take a potion, whatever you want to do, you need to pop it and then fucking move on. I was like, that's pretty fucking sweet. So I'm gonna have to go all the way through hack and slash hardcore mode just to see what they wanted, and I'm gonna have to go back and play classic mode and try that out too. I'm so pumped.
I was gonna ask which one you were gonna play first.
Oh, both. I'll probably do hack and slash because they put so much work into trying to make something new with this game. I really want to see what the director's vision was for it. So I will definitely go through hack and slash first. That's 100% sure. because I want to see
Okay.
their vision for it first. Then after that, I want to see what they did to kind of bring that nostalgia back for the people who wanted the turn-based fighting. So, pretty excited about that. I was very surprised they did that. That was pretty fucking sweet. So, I was like, they're like, you know what, fans, hold my beer. I got you.
We're gonna take care of this.
They did not fucks
Man,
around.
they had to know they were walking on pins and needles with
Oh,
this
for sure.
remake, where it's like we've got such a dedicated fan base that if you put a toe out of line, you will have just
Mm-hmm.
people screaming down your throat. If you changed a character's hair color, people would lose their goddamn minds. Like,
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. There is no doubt in my mind about that one.
that had to be intimidating and challenging. And frustrating, because I guarantee you there are a few people who are like, why don't we do something new? We can do this new thing. It's going to be great. And people are just like, nope, new, can't do it. No, shut down.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I always say, the internet demands progress but rejects change. So,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes those things are hard to do. And the menu, by the way, the menu looks beautiful. Like, it looks really good. Like, the layouts they did, it looks pretty fucking sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually pretty excited about that. So, it kind of, a lot of people were saying this, and I can kind of see where they're getting it from. It kind of looks a little bit like the Kingdom Hearts 3 menu, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it just kind of has like its own little flair to it too, which is pretty fucking cool too. So I'm excited for it, that's for sure. Actually, I did find a picture of it, and I'll just plop that in there right quick for one, you to see, and two, everybody else, that's fucking, paying attention to the stuff that we're talking about. Might want to see it as well, and which is fair. I feel you. I understand. And bam. So it's only got Cloud and Barrett, but like the layout of just showing like their actual 3D avatars, like just sitting in there, like it's
God, they're pretty.
right. It looks really fucking good. So
Oh, I even like the font that they chose.
yeah. Yep, looks really good. Yeah, I'm super fucking pumped for it.
Mm.
It's gonna be good.
God, I think I might have to pre-order this game. I haven't done it yet, but I think I'm gonna have to.
I did day one.
My husband's gonna be really confused, but it won't be the first time.
Kelsey, what the fuck is Final Fantasy VII?
Ha!
You don't watch the channel.
And
Oh,
fight in
man.
the marriage.
Got him. It's like, you son of a bitch. How dare you? How
You
dare
lied
you?
to me.
Yeah, because, like, let's see. Yeah, here we go. This is, because I don't know if you've ever actually seen it or not before, but this is what the original menu actually looks like. Which a lot of people were hoping they were going to keep it, the up and down, and then just kind of, like, revamp it a little bit. But, yeah. Man, the difference. 23 years. 23
No,
years.
no, no. I understand somebody's gonna be pissy, and I get that. You can be as pissy as you want. The new one looks better. Like, get over it.
It does, obviously. I mean, I love the class. I like the thing I like about the classic is like the different portraits they had for them was pretty cool. Like they all had their own signature portrait, and I love Cloud's fucking portrait right there. It looks so great. But
it's not that different from the one that's in the new version.
Yeah, I mean it's really not, but people have their preferences, and that's fine. That's okay.
That's fine. They're allowed to have them.
Yeah.
They are encouraged to grow as people sometimes.
Yeah, just sometimes.
Myself included.
There you go. Fair enough. But we're finally here. We are walking in to the northern cave. We finally got to Sephiroth. Well, we're not to Sephiroth yet, but we're at the northern cave. So I cannot express this enough. What you are about to walk into is extremely fucking hard and extremely fucking difficult. There are so many enemies in here that literally are designed to just kill you. That is it. One of them is what's his name? Father Toddberry, I think is his name. Let me see this.
That man needs a more intimidating name. So, because you repeated it, my guess is there is a significant difference. What's the difference between something that is hard versus something that is difficult?
So in my opinion, hard is you're able to get to. Extremely difficult. Sometimes you just don't feel like you can actually fucking do it. Oh my
Ah.
god. So as I'm looking for a picture of fucking this enemy, which apparently I guess his name's not Father Toddberry, I could have swore it was. But as I'm looking for a picture of this, I literally stumbled across this. Someone did a drawing animation of where I told you whenever Cloud saw Sephiroth, he slammed a sword against the ceiling.
Yeah.
Someone did a fucking animation.
Oh my gosh, that is the cutest.
So great. It's like there's a ceiling there. Fuck.
Just that little, like, the look on his face, and he's like, oh.
Oh, that's great.
That's fantastic. I'm glad you weren't the only one who noticed.
Oh man, yeah, me too. Because I was like, I wonder if anybody else saw that because they made it like really subtle. When I saw it, immediately in my mind, I was like, okay, so they're trying to make him like really fucking intimidated. It's Master Tonberry. That's what it was. Master Ton or Maester. Maester. I don't know. It's one of them. It is one of them. Okay, my shit's going all sorts of fucking crazy. Anyways, so what the fuck? Okay, I just gotta reload my shit. Anyways, as we were saying, so difficult is where like, because normally in a game you can just kind of go through on the hard mode and it's like, you know, okay, but when something's like physically difficult and it pisses you the fuck off because like you literally can get hit one hit, that's difficult to me. That's just just straight up difficult.
There's a greater level of despair and hopelessness associated with the difficult for you.
Right.
Okay.
So this is what he looks like in Final Fantasy VII. He's actually been a fan favorite enemy, so they've actually brought him back in other games as well and have revamped his look. And there's actually even a plushie of him out, which is also pretty cool. So this is the Master. He's a beast.
He's adorable. He's a turtle?
And a knife. A lantern and a knife.
Why does he have a star above his head?
I don't know, but he took that away later. But he does. And this is what he looks like now. This is redone. Yeah.
Wait. This is his fully remastered version.
This isn't in the remake, no. This is what he looks like in like the latest Final Fantasy game. No, this is not.
I was gonna say, God, if that's the remake, they really did not give a shit about him. Like, they gave that one to the intern.
Yeah. No. But he starts out as far away from you as possible, and each one of his turns, he just takes like 2 steps closer to you. And then whenever he gets in front of your team, he walks up to one person. That's how much health he has. Like, you could just fucking waylay on this guy, and he's going to hit one of your teammates. It's going to happen. And then all he does is just fucking stab them, and they instantly die.
Good lord.
Instantly, regardless of your health. You're done.
He's a fish.
Fish, turtle. I like him. Think he's a turtle.
I mean, he's got a fish tail.
You know what? That's fucking.
And there's actually no evidence that he's a turtle.
Fake news.
There's no evidence of a shell. I think he's just a fish, and you're unhappy about it because you always thought he was a turtle.
It's under his cloak. How about that? There we go. Boom. See, I can live with that. You can live with that. Great. We're both living with that.
He's definitely a fish. I'm Googling this. What's his name?
Maester Tonberry. Tonberry.
You've got wait a minute. You've got a thing right in front of you. A book.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say about what he is?
That's a good question. First, I'm going to post this picture because this is what I was talking about. I actually want to get one of these for my setup. There's a little plushie.
Okay, and now when he looks like a T-Rex and he's even cuter.
That I told you, he is such a fan favorite. Let's see. It does not say. I think you strongly overestimate how much detail they put into the fucking enemies back then. Literally, this is all it is. It's a picture of him, and it says Maester Tonberry. Area, the crater. Level, 45. HP, 8,000. MP, 400. Experience, 6,000. Gil, 6,800. AP, 200. And that shows his status effects of what he's weak against, which isn't anything. And, yeah. Morph, NA, which is you can't morph him. You can steal an elixir off of him, and then his attack is Everyone's Grudge, where he just automatically summons this death skull above your head, and it hits one person and automatically kills him. Yeah,
So
he's a dick.
Tonberry is actually the type of being that he is.
What?
Tonberry is is like what he is. He's not a fish and he's not a turtle. He's a Tonberry.
Well, there's a T in Tonberry and a T in Turtle, so he's a turtle. Boom. Fucking
That
facts.
is the
Hot
bullshittiest.
fucking facts, Kelsey. I'm sorry I
Bullshittiest.
had to hit you with them, but I fucking did.
Bullshittiest.
All right? I fucking did.
No, you thought this was going to be a short episode, and I'm going to fight you on Tonberry.
Just not Tonberry. Well, there's plenty of other things to fight. We got gargoyles, we got black dragons, we got all sorts kinds of shit. But the biggest enemy in here to pay attention to is you come to this swampy type area, and there is a cat in a pot. Little magic. Well, it's not cat. It's like a gremlin. It's like a little purple gremlin, I believe. I can't remember what they're fucking called, but I wish I'll look up while we're talking. But anyways, these guys you need to save all your elixirs for. Yeah, they're definitely gremlins. You need to save all your elixirs for. These dudes are assholes, so you physically cannot attack them. You'll do 0 damage to them. And they'll just sit there and scream at you, give me an elixir. If you don't give it to them, then they do an attack on you, which doesn't damage and steal some shit. So you want to give them an elixir or run away. One or the other. Your choice. You can do what you want, honestly. Up to you. Or let them fucking beat the fuck out of you. Once again, your choice. But
Yeah, you can just die. That's fine.
Once you give them an elixir, you can then attack them. So they want an elixir. You give it to them, then you can attack them. Whenever you attack them and kill them, they give you a shit ton of AP, which is what is used to upgrade your materia. This is where you materia farm, folks. You just run back and forth, throwing elixirs at these fucks all day long. This is the best way to do it. Easily. So that's what it looks like in Final Fantasy VII. Once again, this is another requested enemy that has come into future games.
Also super cute. All right, less cute in the second one.
But yeah, they're like, give me an elixir, and you throw it out. So you might be asking yourself, Chris, at which store do I go to buy the elixirs? None. You can't buy the elixir. You can only get it off of enemies, and you can only get it from killing enemies. It's the only way to get elixirs. Sometimes they're like fucking bonuses for whatever. Now we get into the only glitch that I ever use in Final Fantasy. And that's solely because of how long it takes to fucking level up materia. So, there's a materia called double item. Alright? So what you do is you put it on a character and you go to use double item. Whenever you go to do that, what it's going to let you do is it's going to let you use 2 items in 1 turn. Select anything you want as your first item. It can even be in another elixir. That's completely fine. Anything you want as your first item. Your second item, select the elixir. Now, before you hit OK for it to go and use 2 elixirs, you hit B. Now, the game was only designed to keep track of 1 item because that's all you're supposed to be able to use. They didn't really think about this whenever you went to go do the double item materia. So if you back out and go back in, not completely, you just back off the second one, go back into the second one, do an elixir again, it keeps the same count and it adds that one back in. So it never takes the count away. So if you started with 90, now you're at 91. And then you just keep back in, back in, back in, back in, which is literally 2 buttons. BA, 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 BA. Just like that. You can literally just spam it and you'll go from 0 to 99 within seconds. And then you can sit there and throw elixirs at these little fuckers all day long.
Yeah.
So, little tip for you guys out there that are playing through as we're talking about it. That is the easiest way to level up your materia. Honestly, you can do it with any item you want to. That is a throwable / drinkable item. So you can max out your Phoenix Downs, max out your health potions, whatever you want to do. I wanted you guys to have a little bit of difficulty getting through the game, which is why I waited till the very end to tell you about this. Yep, did it on purpose. But this is the only reason I use it for. I literally don't use this for potions or Phoenix Downs or all that shit. I like to actually have difficulty to my game whenever it comes to just grinding and just getting materia just so you can get the super materia at the end. I mean, you would literally be here for fucking ever trying to go fight Master Tomberry up there and steal the 1 elixir off of him that you only have like a 50% chance of actually getting. So, you're welcome.
So, what are you going to do if they remove that in the remake?
I don't think that it's going to be the same in the remake as far as the grinding the materia out. I don't think the system's going to be anywhere close to the same, and there's no way they would keep a glitch in there.
Yeah, even if it was a well-loved glitch?
I don't think they would. I really don't. I don't think they would. Okay. But who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Because back then, it's not like they could just be like, "Oh, we're sending a patch out."
That's
Doesn't work that
true.
way anymore. Does not work that way
That's
anymore.
true. Glitches.
The game hit the shelf, and that was it. Imagine that, though. Imagine like game developers these days. They got it so fucking easy. Like back in the day, it's
That's
like once
true.
your game hit the shelf, that was it. Someone found a way to break it, you were fucked. That was it. Now it's like, oh look, I got outside the map. Patch next week.
Yeah, I was just thinking of how many games that have been released well before they should have because people were screaming for it. And then, yeah, and it's now become a thing where I won't buy the game until we're 4 months into the game because by then all the major issues will have been patched.
Yep. But
can you imagine if like Andromeda? Oh gosh,
it's probably
Mass Effect
like
Andromeda
1,000 patches by now. It
that
could
is
actually be playable for you.
No, I tried. There's some still weird things that happen, and this is an example of one of the weird things. That's why I'm doing it.
No, fair enough.
I don't talk to people like this. This is not how we have conversations.
I would hope not.
It's the reason I don't have very many friends, because this is how I talk to people.
Oh man. But there's tons of different items and tons of different things to get going through the cavern or going through the northern cave. You'll finally get to a spot where you're climbing down these rocks, and whenever you get down to the bottom, everybody's going to come out of your party. So when this happens, basically you're going to get told you get to pick 2 people to go with you, and the rest are all going to go a different way because you are now at a crossroads, a fork in the road. You got a left path and a right path. So you might be asking yourself, well, Chris, what's down the right path, what's down the left path, and which one should I take? The right path. The right path is the one you should take. Why should you take the right path? Because there are a lot of items for you to find, and you avoid most of, if not all, of the sudden death enemies. It's going to be a lot easier for you to go down. But if you want to get back out, you will have to go up the left path. That's why I'm telling you to go down the right path. So you go up the left path. That's where you're going to hit all the sudden death enemies. But all your characters that are going down the other path, they can't die. They physically just can't die because you're not there to do their fights for them. So they actually collect the majority of the items on the way down too, and give them to you, which is funny because one of the items is a piece of materia, and Yuffie obviously is the one that has it. And so Bear's like, Yuffie, give Cloud the materia, and she's like, but I don't wanna.
So wait, you're at the crossroads. Are you telling? I'm sorry, I'm misunderstanding. Are you telling Cloud and Grab 2 to go down the right path?
You get to choose which path you want to go down.
Yeah.
I'm telling people to take. You have to be Cloud, but you get to choose 2 people to go with you. You always have a party of 3, always. And you get to choose which path you want to go down. The right path is the easy path. The left path is the hard path. The NPCs, which are everybody you didn't choose, will go down the left path automatically if you choose the right path. If you choose the left path, they'll go down the right path automatically. The reason why you want to send the NPCs down is because they can't die. Because you don't fight their battles.
Having them, making sure. So having them go down the left path is the right option because there's the sudden death enemies aren't going to do anything to them, and the right path has none of those. So you're not wasting your health on.
And once again, whenever you get to where both the paths finally meet back together, which is like this gigantic like circle crater going down, when you get there, the right path drops you off from up top, like real high, where you can't get back to that exit to go back out the right path. If you want to get back out, you have to go up the left path. So you're going to have to go up the left path anyway. So you might as well just go down the right path, get it over with, then go back up the left path.
Cool. Got it. Understanding. You said we were doing both, and I was like, I'm not getting this. Thank you.
Yep. But when you get to the circle crater, you'll see one last save point, and your entire team will come out. And they'll all talk to you about, hey, are we ready to do this? At this point, you can save and go take care of every fucking thing else you want to do. You want to go breed chocobos, go breed chocobos. You want to fucking go fight a goddamn ruby weapon, fight ruby weapon, emerald weapon, whatever you want to do, go take care of it, because you cannot go back after this point. Once you beat the game is done. You will have to reload your save. So save here, go take care of everything else. I would even recommend leveling all the way up to 99 with all your fucking characters, then come back in for the fight that's ahead of you. Anyways.
Now, is there any Is like, does the game punish you at all for taking time to go breed
No.
chocobos and chat with everybody and have
No.
a smoothie?
Nope.
Okay.
It does not. It literally does not. So yeah, go feel free to take care of all that shit. Then you can come back and take care of what's left to fight in the cavern. That's completely fine. That's honestly the best way to do it versus, you know, taking care of like ruby weapon and emerald weapon way sooner. You don't really have to. You can wait till now and then fucking take care of it, which is completely fine. Anyways, so moving on. So we're gonna move in. All of a sudden, the enemies are actually starting to come up out of the crater to come attack you in full force because they know what you're getting ready to do. So they all come to meet you. So you're going to be fighting your way all the way down. So you fight your way all the way down. You get to this platform. When you get to this platform, who else comes to Sephiroth's aid to save him but his lovely mother, Genova? So this is the final Genova fight, and this is her final form, Genova Synthesis. So she looks like. Yep. You have to beat down both of those tentacle arms in order to attack her in the head and take her out. Yep.
Didn't he? Okay.
She switches to multiple forms that have different kinds of heads. So yes, he does have her head, but at this point,
He's only got one of them.
The reunion, technically, everything's kind of come back together at this point. So we never see her in that one form again. That doesn't happen.
So is that a human body in the middle of all of that?
Yep. That's her breast, and her stomach seems to have a gigantic purple hole. Yep.
That's great.
Yep, that is Genova Synthesis.
All right, she's creepy.
Yep.
Next.
You fight her, and then you move past, and then the team ends up finding Sephiroth right where, so he's got basically, it kind of looks like the heart of the planet. And it's got Holy is in there, and he's got Holy trapped in there, so that way it can't move. So he is officially what's keeping Holy from being able to do what it needs to do.
Oh.
So he's got the whole team kind of like just held, and I tried finding like an actual like good fucking cutscene for this. Well, hold on, let me look. And widescreen at death.
Light. Well, Cloud's guesses are getting better, so he's growing as a character. Yeah. Yep. Okay, what?
Anyways, so you saw Sephiroth. He's protecting Holy. He transforms into Bizarro Sephiroth, which is this lovely gentleman right here.
Yeah, Bizarro works.
Yeah, Bizarro Sephiroth.
What's the shining golden light on his crotch?
So that's actually his stomach, and that's his weakest spot. So you have to take down his left side, his right side, and his head in order to be able to attack that. Which is why you have 3 teams. They're all taking spots in different places. The funny thing is like you could switch between the 3 teams and go back and forth if you want to, or if your first team is just that fucking overpowered, you could just beat the fucking shit out of him without ever having to switch to the other people. I've done it before. It's great. So yeah,
that's gonna make you feel good.
Yeah, just a little bit. So yeah,
it looks like he's got a tiny, dainty thing on top of his head.
Yep, he's got
like a tiny little woman.
Sephiroth. Yeah, he's got smaller Sephiroth. Big Sephi, little Sephi.
Does little Sephi like fly around and poop on people, or
he's pretty much just attached? So I don't know. No, none of that's gonna be going on. None of that nonsense.
Sephiroth has some narcissism problems that he probably needs to deal with.
Yep. Sephiroth. Now, once you beat Bizarro Sephiroth, then the people that you chose to be part of your first team, those are the ones that are going against the last in final version when the one winged angel theme starts to play, terrifies the shit out of everybody. We finally get Safer Sephiroth. He wanted to become a god, and did he? Yeah, he is a fucking beast. Actually, there's some pretty cool artwork out there, and I did grab one of those so that way I could put this up so you could see it, because it kind of, in my opinion, kind of just brings home like the entire like feeling of that part of the game. Let me fucking find it. There it is. So the final boss fight with Safer Sephiroth. There you go. Because you're like in the clouds and shit like that, and you're fighting him. Yeah, he is become a god.
Huh. But only to some degree.
True. Yep. And then that actually
And Hojo genuinely before his death believed that he'd pop his nose down here, look at this thing and go, by the way, I'm your daddy. And it would go, oh, well here, let me honor and respect you, and not just be like, get out. Like,
right.
Hojo's an idiot.
Hojo is an idiot. I agree. So what we're gonna do is, because we read some, so I had Kelsey listen to the One Wing Angel theme. She hated it, which, you know, that's her.
I did not hate it. I did not walk away with the reverence and awe that I believe many other people have for it. I apologize.
So there were some comments about the supernova. So we're gonna let her watch the supernova and see this extremely too short cutscene. I mean, it's so small. I mean, it's like 2 seconds long. It's like 2 seconds long. So we're gonna let her watch that and get her thoughts on Sephiroth's final and ultimate move, which is pretty fucking strong, honestly.
Oh look, math. The scariest of things.
I mean, I don't care. Algebra, no!
Like how they're like, how can we express how evil this man is? Make him do math.
There goes Pluto.
What? Why? What have you obtained? What did you
Saturn.
gain?
Jupiter, no! Jupiter's like, get out of the way!
You know, I was just thinking, like, Jupiter's a gas giant, and then put a hole in it. That's amazing.
One long fucking cutscene.
Jesus.
Wait for one attack.
Why? This isn't where we live. Why is he destroying this random galaxy that this whole thing doesn't take place on?
Look, there's a little frog! It turned Red 13 to a frog! That's what I'm talking about! Little froggy! Get the frog status effect on it.
Oh my god!
Look at that. Look how much health they just lost. They was getting their ass beat.
What even? What?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What?
Yep. That's Supernova.
Okay.
His final
There's
move.
like roughly 85 things wrong with what we just saw.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
But we're not going to go into any of that. What? Why was he blowing up a galaxy that we're not in? He's not in.
Apparently we are in that galaxy.
Okay. Then why was Sid the size of a planet? Mm-hmm. All of our characters are the size of a planet, just standing there in open space.
Because of video game, 1997.
Yeah. I dislike this.
It's not everybody's favorite. I'm sure we'll look way better in the remake.
If they keep it.
I hope they make it twice as long.
Okay, yeah, no, I think it needs to be a solid 5 minutes. Otherwise, you're not going to
5-minute
get the
cutscene.
epicness of what's happening.
You have yet to watch Knights of the Round, so I'd be careful with the words that you choose to say. You have yet to watch Knights of the Round.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyways, so we battle Sephiroth. We fight Sephiroth. We're kicking his fucking ass. And then you get out. You beat him, and as you're getting ready to leave, Cloud goes, wait. But Sephiroth's not gone. And Tifa's like, what do you mean Sephiroth's not gone? He's like, I can still feel him here. So Cloud says Sephiroth's still here. Tifa's like, what do you mean by that? She's like, I can still feel him. This is Cloud going into his own mind right now.
Ah.
Final confrontation with Sephiroth.
Ooh.
Yeah, we get the big boy graphics.
I like how not only is the internet a series of tubes, but so is your brain.
Yeah.
Ugh, this one's kind of on fire.
Shirtless Sephiroth.
That's what lives in his brain.
So, obviously, you fight Sephiroth, you kill Sephiroth. The cool part about this is like, Sephiroth can't kill you right here at all. You can just let him keep attacking you. It just wants you to finish Sephiroth off with Omni Slash. So it just like constantly raises your bar up to give you Omni Slash so you can finish Sephiroth off. So you physically can't lose this fight. Cannot lose this fight.
Ah, that's great. Good. You shouldn't be able to lose a fight in your own mind.
Yeah, exactly. So he beats Sephi. Still crazy to think that there used to be a time when these kind of graphics blew people's fucking minds.
Yes, particles.
The Cloud looks fucking schmexy, alright?
Doesn't look like it's reaching for your hand. Looks like it's reaching for your throat. Oh, okay. Jump.
There's the legend.
Jump. Save both of you. Alright.
And then they start playing her theme. I was like, yes.
Holy crap, he's strong.
Yes, he is. I mean, come on. He wields the fucking Buster Blade. Let's be real.
So he can lift both of them up with one arm.
He's a beast. Love you, Cloud.
I mean, that'd turn my head. That'd be impressive.
Alright. He'd be taking me home. That's for sure. Now, something to notice. It said, where is everyone? It switched back to them. Did you see the entire team there?
I didn't think so.
Who were we missing?
Yuffie and Vincent.
And why were we missing them?
Because they weren't sure that everybody was going to have them at this point.
Exactly. Look at you. Look at you.
I listen.
Completely optional characters. Red 13 looks so fucking cool.
He looks a lot redder than he does in the other art. I like how Sid's head is the size of a thimble.
He just fucking opens his mouth, cigarette goes falling out.
Oh no!
Right after Sid goes, "Oh, Lady Luck, don't fail me now."
A ship falls on it.
What?
The fucking oboe.
Yeah.
That's probably visible from Midgar.
Shit! That was it.
Oh, Sid. I like Sid.
I will say this, Shinra makes some pretty fucking impressive planes. That's all I'm saying. This thing has transformed like 3 fucking times. So this is Calm. We've been here before. The Flower Girl.
Must
Yep.
mean Eris. Yeah. Bad?
It's Midgar.
That looks bad. There are blood red tornado tendrils. Like, Did the meteor just decide to slow down and hang out?
No, it's just slowly making its way down. It takes time, Kelsey.
That doesn't take this kind of time, but okay.
There's Holy.
Creating a barrier. What's gonna happen? No!
Too
Holy!
late. Yep. It was too late.
No! The crap it is. There's no way.
Wait
I
a
love
damn
that so
minute.
much. Wait a damn minute, I can do something about this. I can throw stones at it from the ground.
Oh, well, Kate said.
Is that the live stream?
That would be correct.
It's spending a lot of time wibbly wobbling about. Like, you got places to go. Get there, bro.
Yep. Aerith is using the life stream of the planet with the planet.
Aerith's a beast.
Aerith is a beast. Which justifies her death, because it's like there's no way she would have been able to do any of this if she would have died.
But would the, would the rest of the life stream that's made up of all these people that have lived before have been able to do it if she hadn't?
The planet definitely would have tried to protect itself, for sure, but would have been able to do it correctly, and when it needed to do it, but wholly not being able to activate.
So is it just gonna go through people and poison them while it's doing this, or is it gonna be delicate and like jump over the top of their heads?
I am very glad you caught on to that.
This does not bode well, because none of our heroes would be alive.
Well, one of them would.
Kaseth?
No.
Vincent.
You should know the music. Red
I do know the
13 and
music.
his babies. His little pups.
He's 500 years old?
Yeah, they live very long.
Jeez.
They're little kids.
He waited 500 years to have kids. He really didn't want them, did he?
Looks just like his dad. And there it is. The ruins of Midgar.
Ooh.
And that is the end of the game. That is legit the end of the game. Right?
What? Like, what happened? Why? What happened? Tell me.
Now you know why we got a movie.
Fair point.
The movie starts off with that exact scene of Red 13 running with his two kids. Except CGI.
Ah.
Yeah, except CGI. And then it goes fucking 500 years later or some bullshit like that. Or 500 years before.
Just previously.
Yep. Yep. I thought that was pretty cool they did that with the movie, though. Literally started it off with that exact scene of Red 13 running with his kids all the way up there and then fucking howls over Midgar.
Well, it sounds like they're doing a good job of like linking these things together so
Yeah.
that way you know exactly, like there isn't anything missing.
Right.
Except for this 500 years nonsense.
So yeah, that is the end of the story right there. That is where we were left in 1997. And we did get the movie for a while. But the movie comes back. So I'm glad you pointed out something that a lot of people did not notice. It was actually one of the questions that went through my head the first time playing it as well, which is if Cloud got poisoned by the live stream, did anybody else as well?
Yeah.
That is that thing I was talking about earlier called geostigma. That plays a way bigger part in the movie. So we won't go too deep into that, but that plays a way bigger part. It was part of Genova too. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Plays a way bigger part. Let's just say it was a lot easier for Genova to give that to people by spreading it through the live stream. So even though the live stream was fucking her by destroying the meteor, she was still doing what she could to try to fucking kill everybody else. Because that's
God, Genova's
Sephiroth.
all kinds of evil.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So she is well and truly dead, right?
No, not really. No, sorry.
Is Sephiroth well and truly dead?
I mean, do you really want the spoiler alerts? Is that...
No. No. Is Hojo well and truly dead?
Yes.
Yay!
I'll at least give you that. I'll say this. The way that they bring Sephiroth back into play in the movie is actually very interesting. And if there was a way for them to pull it off, I think that was probably the only way they possibly could have. So,
Great.
Yep.
What's with the one-winged angel? Why is that such a thing? That's come up multiple times now. Zach wanted to be one. Like, what is this? What is the
So
one-winged angel? Or do you want to talk about that in another episode?
it's more along the lines of like I don't want to get into too much spoiler territory for Crisis Core, but something that I guess I can say on this because
Okay.
we've kind of talked about the fact of why Sephiroth went crazy, which is that they found out about the soldiers being operated on the ones that were turning directly into monsters. So that was a
Mm-hmm.
question that's actually constantly asked in Crisis Core, which is what is the difference between soldier and monster?
Okay.
And we started seeing some of the soldiers had a wing, not just Sephiroth, which you will see as we get deeper into Crisis Core. And that's where that
Okay.
came from. Or were they actually soldiers? Were they actually monsters? And one of them has an angel wing. Sephiroth kind of has a combination. One of them has an angel wing. And that's where Zack begs the question, because as you noticed, and the only reason why I'm saying this, I'm not going to tell you who has the wing, but you
Mm-hmm.
already noticed that Zack obviously didn't have it because he said he didn't have it at the end of that fucking scene.
Yeah.
Um,
And that he wanted one.
he said that those are angels' wings. Not everything that is created a monster. He was the one that was trying to argue that soldier was a gift. You should use it the way it was versus thinking of yourself as a monster and just trying to fuck everything over afterwards. So
Okay. So he was trying to make the argument that it's how you use the gifts you're given that makes you
correct,
good or evil, not the
correct.
tool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, yep. Zach's the good guy. You will
I,
fall in love
I,
with Zach. You will fall in
I'm
love with Zach.
already in love with Zach. Zach's great.
Zach is the coolest. He is awesome. Still love my boy Cloud, but he is awesome. But yeah, so that is where that's at. Now we'll get into a lot of fun and conversation, but I feel in typical Square Enix fashion, I think we should blue ball the audience a little bit.
I think we need to end this right
I think
here.
so too. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for showing up to the 18th class in our Final Fantasy VII semester. Feel free to be furious and angry with us for not including all of our thoughts and comments in this particular video. You'll have to wait a week.
Yep.
But please jump in the comments and talk to us at all. Tell us what surprised you when you played this game. Tell us if you have any thoughts. Spoilers you can keep to yourself about Crisis Core or Dirge or any of the things that follow
Advent
this.
Children.
Advent Children, all of those, keep those to yourself just because we are going to go through those and we'd rather save it for save that conversation for those situations. But please tell us your thoughts, share your favorite art, and we would love to interact with you. Please come and chat with us or check out our Twitter or Twitch links which are below, which are another way to come and spend time with us. Most importantly, if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to this video or this channel and then tell your friends about us because we would love to grow and we can't do that unless you tell people, hey, check out this cool channel that I'm watching, and bring them here, have them watch our class, and be part of our semester. At the end of the day, we will see you in the next class. Bye, friends.